Okay, good evening. Welcome to the Trade Findings and Adjustments for Hurley Investments. My name is Kevin Hurley, and I am glad to have you here today. And the simple question comes down to this. Are we at the bottom? Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts. Are we at the bottom? So I see a couple no's. Okay, I see a couple more no's. Out of 16 people, we had 2 no's and then 7 more shot out. So it's a no, right? What a bugger today was. Today, I felt we couldn't really hold our gains. And like you, it just didn't give me confidence that that we were going to be good to go. In fact, if I go ahead and show you the daily chart, we came off our highs, and literally the highs of 25,883 to finish down at 25,534. And that's 683. I'm sorry, that's 683. We lost over a third of our gains. The SPX today, very similar. I don't want to say finished at the lows because that's not correct. But to finish off at 2834 when we could have been up at 2852, kind of weak, right? And then last but not least, the best one I liked, 775 down to 777.34. No screen. Sorry. Let's go through that again then. On the NASDAQ, thank you for letting us know, Abraham. All I was trying to show on the NASDAQ, where we ended up finishing off today, 77.34, when at one point I thought for sure we were going to hold 77.75. But for all intents and purposes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times we hit it and we fell back down. S&P hit those highs twice of 28.50 for all intents and purposes. 28.52 finished down at 28.34. And obviously the Dow represents, mimics the S&P 500. Down 152 points from our highs. If you were to ask me if we were to finish up at our highs, I would have felt better about today. If we had finished at the highs, I would have thought, you know what? We're in good shape. Other than Facebook, Facebook wasn't in good shape at all today. What a bugger this stupid thing is. Although we are down at 180 and we seem to have held in the, well, we bounced below it. It'll be interesting to see for Facebook. So I don't think we're at the bottom either. If you were to ask me, I'd tell you, hey, bottom is not anywhere in sight. So I guess the next question is, are we at a dead cat bounce right now? Are we in a dead cat bounce? Wasn't much of a bounce, was it? Three months. Ah, boy, look at how little that held. Look at that 3 month and look at how that just couldn't hold the round number. I have a couple maybes. I've got an I don't know. I got a couple question marks. So taking a look at the portfolio, let's find out what we might do. Because I'm uncertain too, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, not the time that I would feel comfortable adding a new position into the mix. Just not worth it to me. Boeing, cost basis of $373. If you were to look at Boeing on a chart, Boeing on a chart looks very interesting. In fact, Boeing on a chart looks like maybe it is catching a bounce. I would have thought 330 would be the bounce level, but it seems like it's catching a bounce from the gap, both up and down, maybe the gap right there. Definitely oversold, definitely oversold. And Boeing doesn't stay oversold much. In fact, last time Boeing was oversold, well, last time it hit the oversold, we came from 360 up to 390. How far is Boeing going to get looking at the chart? Looking at the chart, how far is Boeing going to get? Any ideas? Can you see the chart? 359.55 right here on the 200-day simple moving average. That coincides with the pivot point at 358.79. If you were to ask me, I would tell you, looking at Boeing, I probably don't see us getting above 360. I just don't see it. So, is that a fair premise to have in mind as I'm looking at my portfolio? Am I on board or am I off base? Because it's kind of important to be able to make your decision based on what you see. Lee makes comment, if they keep falling, there are those two drops below 300. I think it's 330, and then I think it is 300. But I now have a reference point, right? So if I was in bull calls, which I am, I need to make up 373 and the $1.35 that I won't get. So I'm looking at basically $5.08. If I'm going to roll this bad boy, I need to come up with a net credit of $5.08. If I look at 380, I'm a little underneath where I need to be. 390 longs, 380. 375 puts me close. $3.75 would leave me with 18-cent loss. With a little up movement tomorrow, that might be doable. Extended hours, it's up 25 cents. I would set this one at really $5. No, I wouldn't. I'd set it at 508. Good till canceled. Preview. Send. I could get more credit. But again, looking at their chart, $3.75 I like because I think the 50-day at 376.24 is going to get below it. I've got a one wave pivot point at 358, and also the 359.55. I've got 3 resistance levels on the way up that I feel comfortable with, that Boeing in the next 5 weeks won't get higher than that. Now, if I see a bit of an update tomorrow, I might throw on, and I think I would like to throw on, a possible another long call. And this one would be pretty easy. This one would just, at least I think it would be easy, right? June, don't need May's. Going to create a somewhat of a butterfly. 343. Of course they don't have them. They're not filling. 345 is $10 though. Last time these were here, these were at $12. I'm thinking. Problem with 350, it's going to stop at 360. I could do the butterfly and complete it like a 340, 360. Stick another group out there. Probably would go 345, 360. $650 to make 15. One risk for 2.5 rewards. I like that one. I like it, but I'm saving it. It's not one I would do until I see a little stronger rebound in our markets. Bank of America long calls. I'm okay on them. As I look at Bank of America, bugger's going to come down 28.64, touch 28. We'll probably make a run up to 30. Probably make a run up to 30. A lot of people have asked me, why am I in Bank of America? Bank of America is really all about its August run. When I say an August run, look at how these guys run in August. Let's do 5 years. I know it really didn't run last year. Last year's August run was the wrong way. But when you look at the August run into January, pretty good. Kind of looks like a June run, actually. You could say a June run. Usually it's August. June. No, this isn't the right chart. Come on, Hurley. You guys are supposed to stop me and say, Hurley, right chart. All right, let's look at this one more time. August run from 2017 into 2018, I like it. August, September-ish run, 15 up to 22.50, I like it. So 17, 16 was pretty good. 2015, 15 up to 18, I like it. 16 up to 18, I like it. Of course, if I go to 2018 and last year, where's the run, Kevin? All right, come on. No run on Bank of America last year. That bugger's bugging me. Sorry, I was trying to get Bank of America. And if I go out to 2 years on our little chart here, you'll just see no real run last year on Bank of America. In fact, if anything, the sucker ran down the wrong way from August down from 32 down to 15. Not helpful, but I'm okay right there. Some people ask, Kevin, why are you showing us these positions? Because obviously if you don't have these positions, you can put these positions in your account. Thursday, we have earnings on Baidu. I'm out to September at 180/200s. What I paid $1,000 for, 515, 2 contracts, only worth 235 right now. Pretty simple for me to say, hey, they've always beat, they do good. I would feel really comfortable with adding 2 more September. At least I think I would. Still up. Yep. I'd feel comfortable dollar cost averaging this one for $500 and getting that one put out to open tomorrow for a Thursday earnings event. It's like getting in half price, dollar cost averaging. We should have some China deal done before September. Disney leap long calls, I'm okay with. I'm out to January 2021. Good price at $14.72. I got a little better price at $13.85. Good price to be in Disney. Ford paid $1, 1,000 contracts, $1,000 worth $1.35.5. This also would be a good one you could get into. Facebook, June 20, 2010 calls. I still have a year and a month on these suckers. What I paid $17.28 for is worth $13.15. It does seem to hold 180. It would also be an interesting one to get into. Under Armour. Protective puts. I've got a June call that for all intents and purposes, I'm just going to keep in place. Under Armour did pretty good today. Up 36 cents. It was up almost $1. But I do think my Junes have a chance, so I'm going to keep them in place. And obviously Visa. A Visa leap long call. Again, a good position to be in. What I paid $17 is now worth $20.17. January 21, 160s. We still have a year and a half in these. I have not published my what have I not published? Yesterday's commentary. I'm trying to get that published tonight, but there's an issue with my website. Visa. I put an article on Visa on how well Visa does. So all of these positions are opportunities that you guys could be in. That if you were to start out, or if I was looking to add positions, this is a position that I'm looking for to be in, and that I would look to add positions to a portfolio. With that said, a couple I'm willing to double up on. If you were interested in the Baidu one, is about the first one I'd want to put into. Visa ones, I would take a chance here because Visa hasn't moved down that much. I will get these posted so you can see these positions online. But it all comes down to the one question: are we at a bottom? And if we are you willing to give it a chance? Are you willing to put in a flyer here and give it a chance? Under Armour one would be a good one right now. Really, to go do a June. The heck, Hurley. A June bull call for 51 cents. 22.50, 25 for 51 cents right now. Break even would be 23. Got up to 23.80. Pretty good price to get into a June 22.50, 25 vertical bull call. Obviously, I like Baidu's for $2.35. $1,000. You could get into 5 contracts of Baidu for an earnings here in on Thursday. $2.35 for a September 180-200 bull call. Really, it comes down to when are you going to get in? And some of these are flyers. I don't think we're at a bottom either, but I do think some stocks have found bottoms. Some stocks have found bottoms where they're so oversold, you have an opportunity. Or they've held some technical areas that you can look at. Baidu would be an earnings play for $2.35. Under Armour is a cheap one for something to get done in the next 5 weeks or some good news. I think you couldn't go wrong because you're at leaps on Bank of America. I think you couldn't go wrong on Ford leaps. I don't think you can go wrong on Disney January 21st calls or the Visa calls. Now, if you're going to go out and attempt some of these, be willing to dollar cost average. Don't go hog wild and go 10 contracts. So the comment was, most of us don't feel we're at a bottom this time. Do I think so? I don't. But I think some stocks could be at their bottoms. Where to nibble on 1 or 2 contracts, I think is ridiculously cheap, and you have a pretty amazing opportunity. So Lee, good questions. That's just where I'm trying to get at. Any questions that you guys have on some opportunities that maybe you've seen that I'm missing here? Would I feel comfortable tomorrow adding a Visa leap long call? Most definitely. Under Armour June for 51 cents. Bull call? Most definitely. If I was going to do 10 contracts of Under Armour, I might start with 5. Ford for $1.35, I'd have no problem doing, again, if I wanted 10 contracts, starting out with 5 or 6. Disney, I would do Disney tomorrow, no questions asked. 2 January 21, 140 leap long calls. Baidu, earnings play, $2.35. September, 180, 200 bull calls, no questions asked. Bank of America, January 20, long calls, no questions asked. Was strike strategy for Baidu earnings a bearish outlook? No, it is not. It is a bullish outlook. With the stock that's all the way down, so that's a good question. So if I brought up a chart on Baidu, they haven't missed their earnings in forever, kind of like Visa. They just keep hitting their earnings. They keep having money. Oversold at 152 right now. Will it get to 180, 200 on this earnings? No. But could it get to 170 pretty darn quickly? Up $14 from right now? Definitely. A bull call, $2.35. Maybe 2 contracts will cost you $470 on a company that hasn't missed earnings in forever. I like the opportunity. I like the chart setup. $16th. I think it does really good. In fact, you know what might be interesting on Baidu? Let's go to FinViz really quickly. Oh, has so much upside. $100 of upside. It really has to 288. Gross margin 49.40, operating margin 15, profit margin 26.80. Down 46.38% from the high of 284.22 closing. Target price is 212.51. Short float over 2%. People have been shorting the crap out of this. Institutionally owned 80%. Return on equity, return on assets, return on investment, all really good. It's too cheap. It's too cheap for where it's at. This sucker has every reason under the sun to pop. This year, overweight to equal weight, downgrade, market perform, resumed, reiterated a buy, 260 down to 245, Barclays equal weight, 210 to 200. It has all kinds of opportunities for the Chinese Google. Pretty neat opportunity there. Are there any other questions? I'm going to do the best I can. Let me see if my site's back up. I got hacked. I kind of hate that it gets hacked. myhurleyinvestment.com. My site is still hacked like there's no tomorrow. And dang it, it looks like the Chinese. Look at those Chinese symbols. What a bugger. Go to YouTube. I've got stuff on YouTube that I try to get out, so I'll send it. Find me on YouTube, Hurley Investments, Kevin Hurley, and I'll have this out tonight so you have access to it. You're internationally hacked. That is a privilege. I hate that they do it. This is the second time. It's just a freaking bugger. Just a bugger. Guys, have a good evening. I will see you Thursday morning. Thursday morning, we'll do one more trade findings and adjustments. If you have just registered for this, you will have the opportunity to well, not plain and simple. You'll get your email about an hour before. Please check your junk email and GoToWebinar sends an email about an hour before to remind you that you have the links to get into it there. Have a good evening. I look forward to talking to you on Thursday. Good night, everyone.